Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back. We're back. We've had two fantastic games so far. I'm pretty excited for game three, game four. What about you, Nine?
Oh, yeah, I'm definitely excited. Hopefully, no internet issues this time. That was kind of embarrassing having them break down midway with a good fight there. But I'm excited for this one. We got ourselves two interesting teams. Um, we got ourselves Pleb2 Pro, one of the teams vying for second place, as well as Crimson Academy, who came in week three and have just been a very dominant team. Both teams as well have won one game, lost one game, and we're getting ourselves into a really cool map. Where we going, you wish?
Yeah, we're going to Dragon Try. So one of these maps that's really on the competitive scene. A lot of players tend to like it. Yeah, it tends to turn out to be really, really good. And it's worth noting, like we said, with Pep to Pro Crimson Academy, so both teams sort of coached currently by Premier teams at the moment. Pleb to Pro and Crimson, obviously, both in the Premier League. So a lot of potential for these teams to go really, really far with those high level players helping them out and hoping them to see them progress maybe to Premier. So should be some quality high level play.
Oh yeah, absolutely. As well as the fact that having that coaching behind them, we probably should be able to expect kind of a bigger macro play as well. Something that not a lot of younger teams are aware of, like where you can utilize and grab as much experience as possible. Merc camp timings. Look to see probably a reciprocal or kind of mirror of both teams trying to compete with each other on stuff like that. And it'll be interesting to see what happens there. With, like I said, the coaching from a pro team.
Yeah, so you're telling me that the Hero League game I had last weekend, where someone insisted the first time to get the camp was at 15 minutes in, that's the wrong thing? That we're going to see something better than that?
Yeah, it's not 15 minutes in. You have to get it at 14 minutes and 58 seconds. Because 2 seconds is very, very detrimental.
My bad, my bad. See,
Yeah.
this is why I'm just a bronze player. Anyway, so Dragon Try, what did we talked last game? What sort of heroes do you kind of like to see on Dragon Try? What do you think? Something that supplements this map, maybe that we haven't seen before yet tonight. Do you think?
Okay, well, first and foremost, Ural's going to be banned. That's just a given. We've already seen two first rounds, her being banned, first banned, and she is very deadly on this kind of map. The fact that she can hold the control point herself single-handedly is very, very integral. I don't see any team letting her through. Um, I don't know what else we could see. We saw Diablo could work. I'm probably looking more towards something like we'll probably see a Phoenix. Phoenix is strong. Hanzo can work as well for those Merc caps with Hanzo. In terms of supports, Malfurion has been picked both games. Wouldn't be surprised to see another Malfurion being picked up. He's just so solid. But I would like to see Decade. Decade would work wonders here, especially with everyone fighting in such a congested spot. A Decade Kane Phoenix combo would work wonders for a team.
Yeah, it's definitely something that was been a bit lacking tonight. We haven't seen the Decade either in a ban or in a pick. So yeah, no, that's a fairly good point. Yeah, and with being able to set up around the points, you know where you're going to be fighting. If you're just setting up with your three men in the bottom lane, you can easily set your potions up and stuff like that. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see if we get something like that this time. So
Absolutely.
just give us a few more minutes, few seconds maybe to get this lobby going, and we're going to jump into this draft. All right, and we're ready to go.
Let's do it, and let's just see that you're out being banned away first up. I would not be surprised with the instant ban. I'm just waiting. I'm counting the seconds myself.
It's become that point, isn't it? Yeah, like at the beginning of the season, it was the Garrosh or the Genji, like we said before, was the instant ban. That was what we always saw in Open Division. And yeah, well, I mean, tonight, so far, definitely DRL. Well, maybe they're going to try and let it through, and maybe they can pick it up.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I would rather see it be more of a second ban from the red team, which will be Pleb2 Pro, rather than Crimson just banning it out themselves, because at least allows them the potential to grab it themselves. And that's kind of the pick and drafting phase, the kind of mind games you want to play. Do you not ban certain heroes because that way you can have the chance of grabbing them yourself, or force the enemy team to ban it out? But Genji being banned out, Raynor first up, that's first up. We haven't seen that previously. The other ones was second ban phase, as well as not being banned or picked at all. But there's a URL pick, and it's going to now fall up to what does Pleb2 Pro ban?
Yeah, seeing that Jimmy band. So something we're not gonna looks like might not be seeing him much tonight. What do you think they're gonna ban? Do you think where we go at the Dahaka? So we're getting a DPS and a solo lane ban from either team. So pretty even.
Yeah, just get rid of those really pesky, annoying heroes. Genji, we saw in first round just how dangerous he can be. He's very deadly. The ban is necessary. Urel, just consistently a terror in the top lane. Johanna being picked up, that's strong. You got also the likes of Muradin who's still available. Wouldn't be surprised to see Platipo picking that up for themselves. But the Dahaka ban now opens up the pool for what solo laner can be picked, and Blaze is still viable right now. And look to Platipo probably grab them themselves.
Yeah, that's true. That's something we haven't actually seen get let through yet. So that's definitely up there. And they're going to go the Malfurion, so the safe support route, and the Muradin, like you said. So good 1-1-2 picks. Not much to be surprised about or anything.
To be honest, I don't see why the Muradin's so early in the set. It would have definitely fit in the composition, but to have someone like Blaze who's still open and could be contested between both teams, I'd probably rather see that being picked up than Muradin, because you already know that Crimson Academy are running Johanna. But finally, a Deckard Cain and a Chromie being picked up, and it's going to be Deckard Cain for the first night tonight.
Yeah, like we were saying, it's definitely one of those stronger supports. I'm just surprised that this is the first time we've seen him a couple of games in. But yeah, just the versatility, and we've even seen a little bit on the weekend internationally, even some versatility with going into the Lornado, which is something we not quite see quite as often. Was really effective against a Phoenix. Interestingly enough, because the Lornado prevented him from getting that warp out, which then prevented the Phoenix on surviving. So yeah, he's an interesting hero to play or play with.
I like so far the fact that Chromie has been picked up, and knowing in response to the Malfurion, because Malfurion doesn't really necessarily have a cleanse to deal with the temporal loop that Chromie can unleash. But Tracer gets banned, Sonya's banned as well, and there's the Blaze coming up from Play2Pro.
Yeah, so this is good. I'm excited for this lineup so far. We're getting to see a few heroes and then a Jaina as well. So this is a nice diverse draft, which is good. It's nice to see in the open division a real diversity in our drafting. Everyone's just not playing the same heroes. This is nice to see.
Yeah, exactly. This will be Blaze and Jaina being picked up. I haven't seen them at all so far tonight. Chromie, likewise, without Deckard Cain. So, yeah, I agree. The diversity is nice, and I think that helps when you have 3 bans per team, really. It's just brilliant. But now Leoric and now Thrall being picked up from Crimson, taking a page out of Run It Down's book.
Yeah, we're going that double tank. Well, yeah, and Leo's are good in the solo lane. Thrall probably running in the 3 or the 4-man. So yeah, interesting with the Leo. I mean, his Drain Hope will be good against that Blaze, and keep the pressure on him. He can rely more on the sustain for that than having to rely on the lane quite so much as some of the solo laners do. And a Zeratul to finish up with Pleb to Pro's draft. So that Chromie better watch her back.
I agree. It's on Zeratul to blow up Chromie. Chromie needs to get blown up, and if she can, even Deckard can get blown up. That's going to probably be helpful, because then you got the CC, the kiting ability coming out from Pleb to Pro to at least deal with the Johanna, the Thrall, and the Leoric. See what they can do. This is going to be an interesting one. There's no real consistent damage like you see from the likes of running a Falstad, Tychus, the likes of even a Vala. But not bad. I like these 2 team comps. But who do you think will take it for yourself, you wish?
Ooh, that's an interesting one. I'm probably leaning maybe a little bit more towards Pleb to Pro. I think with the Jaina, she has such good burst damage at the moment, and then top it with the Zeratul, Horizon on that Zeratul, keeping that. I think we've seen Luke on that Chromie though before. We've seen Crimson play. He's very good. He gets his stacks incredibly quickly. So it'll be interesting to see. I think it'll be a pretty close match. I don't think we're going to get less of a stomp, maybe as we've been seeing.
Yeah, and is going to be quite interesting. I think my money's straight up to Crimson Academy. I feel the CC coming from them, they will be able to keep Chromie alive just to be able to get the blow-off potential and take out some priority targets. And speaking of Crimson Academy, we're going to see Leoric being played up by Morden. Thrall with Matt. Luke will pick up Chromie. Burnsy on Johanna. And finally, Pulse Croxley playing the good old Deckard Kane.
And on the red side, we've got Pleb to Pro. We've got Lorne playing the Malfurion, the Lorne's famous Malfurion. Zeratul, played by Horizon. Bob Goat on the Muradin. Rykos on the Jaina. And Suze on the Blaze.
It's going to be a really fun matchup. Everybody in the mid lane chilling around, grab some experience, clear the minions as quickly as possible. Top lane, Leoric versus Blaze, just a sustained fest for themselves. In that one, who do you think will take it really in the out-sustain, out-who?
It's hard. I think the Blaze, at least probably maybe earlier on, the Blaze is going to struggle. With the Drain Hope, Leoric is going to get that from straight on. He's going to, I think, probably apply a little bit more pressure onto Suze on that Blaze, but only time will tell.
Yeah, absolutely. I think, yeah, Leoric again, that Drain Hope, you're right on that money. At first, probably go to him. We'll see how that goes, but the rotation now from Pleb to Pro. Mercs have spawned. Already Jaina's making her way towards the siege camps, and that's going to help coming to the next shrines once they activate. Thrall will work on his Merc camps. He's a bit behind now, but can he clear him quickly? Got to pay attention to that. And a pause already coming out from Pleb to Pro.
Yeah, so it looks like someone's having some good old ANZ internet again. It wouldn't be a night of opens if we weren't plagued by internet problems.
Absolutely. First target the caster, now player. What's happening? Come on. Stuff together, man. Come on. Some games.
Talents. Looking at the talents we've picked up, everyone's picked up their first. Anything stand out to you has been a little bit unusual? Do you think it doesn't look like everyone's look pretty normal at the moment?
In all fairness, I wonder if Johanna could have gone instead of Laws of Hope for the one that focuses more on the Iron Skin. Just get the fact that there is a bit of CC that slows and avoid all that as much as it can. But we are back in game, and that is, just picked up Laws of Hope, gets a sustain for himself. Deckard Kane, try and look up. And that's probably what's going to happen. It's a sustain fest for Crimson Academy.
Yeah, for sure. And Bob Goat been a bit cheeky and saying hello, waving as Crimson get their siege camp, but just backing off nice and safe. And Lyric going into the Ocean Renewal as well, talking about the sustain against that Blaze. So just giving them that kind of heal he gets every couple of minutes. That'll definitely help him push that Blaze out in that top lane.
Yeah, absolutely. So that's just going to be a sustained fest. They are able to grab themselves the bottom shrine, and that's up to the Pro. With the siege camps, they're trying to get some damage up to those turrets. Don't think they'll get much. You got Chromie just clearing that wave so easily. In fact, even Muradin has to back away, but Luke gets zoned out. Needs to be careful. Lorne with Malfurion, he takes a bit of damage, but will heal back up. And that's the little dance between the two teams.
Yeah, that's it. It's all just a little bit of give and take at the moment. Teams just settling in, getting used to it, used to their comps, what they're doing. So it's not really push and shove, a little bit of tug of war. That's about as far as we're going to go so far.
Look at Zeratul coming in onto Burns. He misses W, not to get much. He's going to be able to walk away, but Thrall comes in, there's drops. Can they get the root? Yeah, Malfurion gets caught. He's able to walk away, dodging Thrall's little wolvesies. And he's going to back up, but that's going to be both shrines caught now for Crimson Academy as they set their sights up for the middle Dragon Knight.
Yeah, they did very well. They're pushing them back, and then that rotation between the Leo and the Blaze coming down to get that mid lane doesn't give the opportunity for Crimson to actually cap the Dragon Knight just yet. But just that constant pressure, makes Pleb to Pro. They have to second guess everything they're doing, making sure that they're not going to get themselves caught out an accidental, early Dragon Knight. Don't want to give that away.
And they just do. Speak of an accidental giveaway, they just grab it, and now it's going to be Thrall pushing up onto the middle towers and the walls. See what he can do. Now it's up to the XP lead, and I like what Crimson Academy are doing. They've still got all members split up into all three lanes, and they're just using the DK to soak up as much experience as possible.
Yeah, it's like he didn't focus previously. We would have, first objective, you would focus on getting that first gate, those towers down. But with the experience, not so heavily in those towers now. It's interesting to see there's slightly quicker rotation with the Dragon up, with the pressure obviously in that bottom lane. With the 2 or 3 camps, if you get the invade, the bottom lane is extremely valuable now on Dragon Try.
Yeah, absolutely. They are able to take the bottom walls, take 2 turrets in the walls, middle lane. They still keep 1 turret, unfortunately, so got a bit of experience. They're about only really half a level lead now. It's not much considering the big grand scheme of things, but you said it and you've basically painted a great picture. The experience is not in those walls anymore. They are on the forts instead. And it's going to look towards what Pleb2 Pro can they catch up. They should be able to keep at least even in lanes and come to next shrines close to at least the level 10 talents.
Yeah, Pleb2 Pro doing a great job still of getting all that soaked, not making sure they're not falling too far behind. Like realistically, half a level, well, not even half a level behind an experienced when you lost the first objective. It's a pretty big win for Pleb2 Pro. So doing a good job getting that pressure on, getting that bruiser camp a little bit earlier too. So that's going to help Blaze hopefully maybe push out that lane, Leoric just a little bit in the top lane. Give him all the help he can get.
What's interesting, you wish. Have you noticed that Chromie has instead decided not to go for the temporal loop, but rather the slowing sands? Do you think that's in regards to the Zeratul being picked up?
But it's entirely possible. I suppose the ability to, if Liam was to jump on to the Chromie, then the drop in the slowing sands at her feet gives her the opportunity to maybe get away, slow him down a little bit. Certainly a possibility. It gives him a good ability to kind of zone out the shrines as well. So yeah, interesting choice.
Yeah, absolutely. And now we've got ourselves a little skirmish into this bottom lane. We'll be able to deal with those night camps. But the shrines are coming up live in a few seconds, and both teams are very close to that level 10 talent.
Unleash its power.
Yeah, they've continued doing that soaking. I was saying Pleb2 Pro did a great job of getting that bruiser camp down in the bottom. Got a little bit of damage onto that front wall. So yeah, now it's just back to the backwards and forwards. Crimson getting their level 10 just a fraction earlier than Pleb2 Pro, but they won't be too far behind.
Gonna see if they can grab a kill. Earthquake was picked up by Thrall, but nah. Not gonna get anything, and now both teams with level 10 and Void Prison being locked in for Zeratul. I like that. Someone at least deal with the Chrome if you can get into the back line.
Yeah, for sure. The ability to, either deal with the Chromie or to get the Void Prison onto the front line, so it makes it a bit easier to get to that back line. I'm sure we'll see Larides making some plays with that.
Absolutely, and now both teams got 5 members from Pleb2 Pro hanging around this bottom shrine. Morn has to back away. Those slow sands are a real nuisance for him. Should walk away. They do grab the shrine, but now they have to compete for it because Leoric is lingering around the Dragon Knight. I was about to say Dark Knight. Imagine that a Batman skin for the Dragon Knight would be pretty sick.
Batman skin on anything would be amazing. I'd be putting my dollars down real quick.
Oh, absolutely. But now both teams, they're forced away. Crimson Academy will grab themselves the shrine. They now control both, and you see Blaze just licking around. It's not going to try and prevent Morden from securing that Dragon Knight, but here comes Bobgate. Bobgate, he got hops on Morden, just lingering around, housing fines. Like, alright, come on, bro, bring it. But as that happens, Jaina gets picked off in the bottom lane.
Yeah, they're sticking with that, keeping their 4-man. Crimson, they put that pressure with Bobgoat rotating up to put that pressure onto the Leoric, then gave them that opportunity, and they were able to get that kill. So that's it doesn't look like the Pro's done a good job of ensuring that even though they lost that kill, that they're not going to lose the Dragon Knight at the same time. So good job with them, with Suze rotating up nice and quickly to get that top shrine.
Yeah, absolutely. And it did mention take this tower down, or fort down to half health. We got the Merc camps also spawning up. Thrall's already jumping onto his, but now they're contested for the Dragon Knight. Both shrines have been captured by Crimson Academy. We might see a team fight coming up soon. It has to come soon. I mean, shrines being captured. There's the Zeratul hopping onto Johanna. But here we go. Oh, Blaze gets denied, but he jumps onto the Decker Cane. Thrall come from right, falls to the bunker. Bunker drop. What can they do? But as this happens, Leoric, the little sneaky guy, comes from behind with the Dragon Knight. and the pressure is on.
Yeah, that was really well done by Crimson though. I think they baited Pleb to Pro just a little bit with that team fight. And I didn't even realise I missed that the Leoric had simply gone and got that Dragonite. So they managed to get that. They're about to hit 13. They've just hit 13 now. And then they get to pull off that Muradin. Like,
Absolutely, great knockback from Leoric, forced Muradin in a really awkward position. He popped Avatar, which is quite a big cooldown considering, and now he falls, so that's one member down. This should be a free fort in the bottom lane being secured by Crimson Academy. It sets the sights up for the middle fort now, as well as potentially the keep walls.
yeah, getting that value out of that Dragonite in that fort. Yeah, they aren't going to quite push that keep wall at the bottom with that camp. Certainly in the mid, they're going to get that pressure. So, yeah, that's still with that 13 advantage. Just going to keep pushing.
And they do walk away with at least the 2 towers. And yep, that's going to be a keep wall as well for them. The minions secure it for them. Good old minions. Trust in the heart of the minions. And Pleb 2 Pro have now caught themselves at least 2 levels behind. Have hit 13, now got the 13 talents. And close to that spike. They want Ice Block on Muradin is going to be somewhat helpful for them.
Yeah, for sure. Keep Lorne a little bit safer with that panic button. He hasn't so far caught himself out, but I think it's pretty standard for the Malfurion to go that Ice Block. What do you think's going to happen? So my concern at the moment now for Pleb 2 Pro is they really want to keep that pressure up. They need to keep soaking, otherwise they're going to be down another talent advantage, possibly when the next dragon comes up.
Yeah, absolutely, and it's just Crimson Academy are rotating them or out-rotating it. But as this happens, Johanna is caught up. There's 4 members for Pleb 2 Pro, but the Great Blessed Shield, here comes, oh wow, the Condemned just stops Blaze in his tracks. And Bloody Burnsy is going to walk away safe and sound. Zeratul quite low, and that's a good old play from Pleb 2 Pro, trying to get something, but Burnsy is a whole nother level, mate.
Yeah, that Blessed Shield was clutch. I think he was in a bit dire situation, but by getting that stun on, 4 of them, ensured that he could make it over that wall, through that gate safely.
Yeah, absolutely. And now the fact that they have hit level 16, got the talent advantage, Sewers decides to engage. There's a Void Prison followed by an Earthquake. All the big ults are coming through. Luke is left out, but unfortunately, Jaina falls. Ring of Frost drops. Can they get anything? That's Deca Kane falling, but Zeratul has to back away, and the fight keeps on going. He ain't stopping, man. Bunker's down. Thorn falls. That's another support down for the count, but they're in tuned, and good old Bunker, not where to save him. Zeratul will back away. Blaze is trying to save himself, Muradin as well, but he has Avatar if anything happens, and that's going to be a 2-for-2 exchange.
Yeah, that was a really good team fight. It's still going. The Bob Goat's not going to make it. That's a shame. It was very, very close. Yeah, they did really, really well. That Crimson definitely started off on the top. Well, I mean, with that 16 advantage, definitely would have given them the up on that team fight, but still, Pleb 2 Pro managed to get those couple of kills. Rising coming back in on that Zeratul to clean up that Chromie before she could be back out again. So yeah, 2 for 3. It's not too bad when you're down a talent tier.
Yeah, absolutely. And that was kind of the first real team fight we've had so far in this game between the two. Both teams showing their fangs. But now Crimson Academy have got themselves both shrines again secured. And unfortunately, Burnsy does not get interrupted. He will secure the 3rd Dragon Knight for his team.
Yeah, unlucky Suze to miss his flames, get that interrupt. But so now they're just going to have to. They're almost about to hit 16 themselves. So Pleb 2 Pro get that right about now, and they should be able to mount a little bit of a defense. Hopefully, it's going to be possibly maybe have to give up a keep, but if they can maybe just give up the 1, maybe they can consider themselves still in the game. 1 keep's not the end of the game, that's for sure.
Oh, Zeratul was trying to be sneaky and be stealthy, but then gets revealed. He's going to force to be blinked away. But just an unlucky Entomb gets dropped, but there's the Blaze following up. Does secure a double stun, but unfortunately one of the members gets knocked away, and that's going to be Crimson Academy just steamrolling in. We'll be able to get themselves a keep, unless Zeratul can do something about it. Can they do something? No. That keep will fall for Crimson, and they have to back away if they want to keep any of their members alive.
Yeah, they're just doing that, playing that consistent, using the Dragonite, like you said, to their advantage. getting rid of the Jaina, but then Jaina coming back in and getting that kill on the Thrall.
Yeah, absolutely. Stayed a bit too long. They overstayed their welcome. Now Morden is going to get stunned up. Does knock away the good old Morden. That's one member down. Thrall is out from the count. Can they do something great? Stun onto Blaze, but he jumps on, misses his jet propulsion on towards Leoric, and the chase is on, buddy. Can they do something? Everyone's mounted up. Morton. Not blink away from the Zeratul. They just get the one kill, back away. Now get some camps. Try and get some advantages across the board.
Yeah, now they got a bit of a breather. They're still, almost 2 levels behind, but they can soak that experience. They're still Crimson, one man down. Hopefully catch up a little bit on that experience, get a bit closer to 20.
Absolutely. In fact, that they have both the same tier talent. This is where team fights can happen. Bobgoat with the Murden, all the members from Pleb to Pro now focusing. They're kind of getting like a rage push. Got the Siege Camp, got the Knights. They're just missing the other Siege Camp. I won't spawn for another 40 seconds. And they're forcing kind of like a Hail Mary Grace down in this bottom lane. But all the members from Crimson Academy are alive and well. And they will be able to get this port. But can they grab anything else?
Yeah, I mean, that's the advantage of this. Seeing the advantage of this bottom lane is that by stacking those camps, timing those camps really, really well, they can get this push. It's what they really need to do. They want to get those buildings as much as they can. Try and catch up on that experience. They pull it back. They're only about a level behind. You push this wall, do some damage to this keep. They can still, fight on that even talent.
Absolutely, and if anything, they need to grab something because back in the middle lane, there are a few catapults building up and doing damage. Pleb 2 Pro, Bobgoat with the Murden. He drops down to half health. He's backing away. They set their sights up for the next siege camp, but they need to do something. They do send Jaina back to deal with it. But a fight is going to ensue soon.
Yeah, and Crimson figuring out. Bobgo getting caught out in that too.
Yeah, absolutely. But there's the bunker. Matt Pop drops Earthquake as well. He's going to be walking away. Can they do anything? No real picks off just yet. But good look at Crimson Academy. They're very close to that level 20 talent. They should get the Storm talent soon. Chromie looking strong. How many stacks is Chromie on currently? 54, I think.
Yeah, 54, yeah. So almost completed his quest. A little bit later sometimes than what we've seen maybe in the past, but they're going to get this Dragonite again. They're even sharing it around. It was what we had Leoric, Jaina, and now Thrall's in the Dragonite, so sharing the fun around a little bit. And looks like they're going to focus on this bottom lane.
Absolutely. You already got the middle lane secured and up and running. Now it's just focusing onto the bottom. That will help because that's what we saw. Pleb 2 Pro trying to use to at least come back into the game and denying that by securing this keep will do wonders. The fight is on. Pleb 2 Pro drops solo and Tomb secures the Malfurion. He forces his own Ice Squad, gets into the bunker. They're going to get all rooted down because the Decker came up. Malfurion falls, followed by Jaina. Here comes Price Force with the Ring of Frost, but can they get anything in return? No. They're still doing so much damage. There comes the Void Prison, but they're not going to be able to get anything. He falls too. And now it is just a 3-for-0 exchange. And also potentially keep itself.
Yeah, and at this point with that Dragonite and the 3 members dead, that's probably going to be pushing the call. So very well fought out from them, and an impressive display again.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I'm at a bit of not a loss for words, but yeah, no, it's fantastic display.
Absolutely. The macro play coming out from Crimson Academy was just really on point. Their rotations was great. They're even taking as much leads as they possibly could, especially securing and playing around the Dragon Knight. It was unfortunate, but conceding 3 Dragon Knights so quickly, back to back to back, just spelled disaster for Pleb 2 Pro.
Yeah, for sure. And like we kind of noted, that first and that second one, it looked like it was kind of, it caught off a little bit off guard, perhaps. They did a very good job of distracting Pleb 2 Pro, and that just essentially just created a bit of a snowball. They just constantly get that pressure, get those buildings down, gave them that level and a half, 2-level lead, and unfortunately that just became unsurmountable for Pleb 2 Pro.
Absolutely, and there was no real team fight potential coming out from Pleb 2 Pro to try get the pick off. There was just it was hard to kind of compete when you got an Earthquake drops up and Entomb dropping up as well, and then you just get everyone stay while Listen was not used at all that game. And that was just another backup plan upon a backup plan for Crimson Academy. It was a well thought out match, but yeah, they take the win and climb up this ladder if they want to.
Yeah, that's it. All right, guys. So with that, that's game 3 done. We're going to go to a little bit of a break, like we like to do. Let the games finish, set up the next one, and we'll be back to you guys soon.